Hi everybody. In this video, we are going to learn about the bladder instillation. Bladder instillation is a method of medication administration in which a single medication or a combination of medications are instilled into the urinary bladder through a urinary catheter. It is also called as intravesical instillation. There are two major indications for bladder instillation. They are interstitial cystitis and bladder carcinoma. The purposes of bladder instillation are to provide intravesical chemotherapy, to administer intravesical immunotherapy, and to treat the chronic cystitis. The common medications used in bladder instillation are cytotoxic drugs like mitomycin C, epirubicin, and gemcitabine. Sodium bicarbonate. It raises the pH level of serum and urine and helps to optimize the efficacy of the therapy. Also, it decreases the chance for the recurrence of bladder tumors. Bacillus galamate urine, that is BCG, it is used in the immunotherapy. Gemcitabine, docetaxel, paclitaxel, and valrubicin. They are used for patients who is unfit or unwilling to undergo cystectomy. Also, these medications are useful in patients who demonstrate BCG refractory disease. Heparin. It has anti-inflammatory and surface protective actions. It helps to repair the bladder lining, which is inflamed or damaged with bladder conditions. Dimethyl sulfoxide. It is specially designed to treat interstitial cystitis. It acts as antispasmodic by relaxing bladder and pelvic muscles. Also, it breaks down the scar tissue, which helps to improve the bladder capacity. Sodium hyaluronate solution. It is naturally present in the human body. It works as a protective layer in the urinary bladder and also helps to prevent acute urinary infection. Lidocaine. It is a topical anesthetic agent and used alone or combined with other medications. Very commonly, it is used in combination with heparin. Cocktails means combination of different medications. Example, Parsons cocktails, Whitmore cocktails, and DMSO cocktails. They are used in different combinations and with different percentage in multiple symptoms. The bladder instillation should not be performed when the patient is contraindicated with gross hematuria, which requires bladder irrigation, any suspicion of extra or intraperitoneal bladder perforation, because extravasation of chemotherapy drugs may lead to serious adverse events. Following traumatic catheterization, lactation, and pregnancy. There are few complications associated with the bladder instillation. Patient may develop catheter-associated infection, which is characterized by bacteriuria. Side effects of administered medications. It will be vary according to the type of medication. Local side effects like chemical cystitis, which is manifested by dysuria, frequency in urination, urgency, suprapubic discomfort, gross hematuria, and pelvic pain. Other severe side effects of intravesical chemotherapy is transmural and extravesical fat necrosis, bladder wall ulceration, and calcification. Systemic side effect. Usually skin toxicity will occur. The common manifestation of skin reaction include a generalized rash along with dermatitis of the hands and feet or genitalia. Also eruptions of face, trunk, chest, vulvar dermatitis, and palpable purpura of the lower extremities. Long-term complications are benign chronic ulcers at the resection site in chemotherapy, calcification, fibrosis, reduced bladder volume, and reduced bladder compliance are less common complications. Nursing education related to bladder installation. The nurse should be aware of hospital standard operation policy, which is related to bladder installation. She must be aware of the medications which is used for the treatment of her patient. The nurse must counsel the patient regarding the need for treatment and the complications and the follow-up care. The knowledge regarding the agent being used for the patient is needed, and also she should be aware of the contraindications for the bladder installation to ensure the safety of the patient. The nurse should aware about the physical and health hazards which is related to the bladder installation. Adequate knowledge regarding anatomy and physiology will help to enhance the competency in urethral catheterization, will promote the patient's safety. Principles of medication administration to be observed during the bladder installation. The nurse must have knowledge and skill in protection against the chemical exposure. She must wear the personal protective equipments appropriately. The common situations for chemical exposure during the bladder installation is during drug preparation, during drug administration, while handling patient waste, during transport and waste disposal, and while cleaning the spillage. Nurse's role before starting the procedure is she has to assess the patient for any pre-medication. Usually, the uro patients may have anticholinergics, analgesic, alkalizing agents, antibiotic, and diuretics. Mostly these medications will not interfere with the procedure. But if patient is consuming diuretics before procedure, will cause difficulty in dwelling time. It will promote the frequent urination. Preparation of equipments and medications with caution has to be carried out. Patient consent has to be obtained. Assess the patient's ability to dwell the urine following the procedure 1 to 2 hours time. During the procedure, carefully follow the aseptic technique. Position the patient as per the gender difference. Male supposed to be in supine position and female patients in dorsal recumbent position. Perform catheterization skillfully and instill the medication. If the patient can dwell the medication, proceed with the normal voiding and the patient can go home. If not, the catheter has to be clamped for the prescribed timing and the urine has to be drained. Document the events in the nurse's case sheet. Patient education. The patient should be educated regarding the purpose of bladder installation, preparation for the procedure, that is, on the day of procedure, whether the patient need to minimize or stop the oral fluids from the previous night, because it will be reducing the urine output so the patient can able to withhold the medicine for 1 to 2 hours of time. And regular medications what patient is taking, anything to be stopped, especially like diuretics, and the dwelling time, how long the patient has to hold the urine. And the post-voiding management has to be explained to the patient. After the treatment, the patient has to void directly into the toilet. The male patient has to sit and void to minimize the splashing of urine and to avoid the surface contact. And the toilet has to be flushed twice with the lid closed position to avoid splashing. 250 ml of bleach or hypochlorite can be poured into the toilet and leave it for 15 minutes. Then it can be flushed in BCG therapy, but it is not mandatory. Wash genitalia after each voiding to avoid the contact dermatitis. And hand hygiene has to be insisted to the patient. I hope you have understood about the bladder installation. Thank you.